Back in Nigeria, whenever I went shopping and got home, my mom would sometimes ask, "How much did you buy that item?" And I would say, "I don't know." This is because I just put items in the cart without checking the price. I already know what I want. And what goes on in my head is, we need it, then I buy. And because the brand difference can be wide, I just stick to brands that I am familiar with, the brands that I love. And it doesn't even matter the price. So I don't stay too long in the store. However, one of my earliest lessons after moving to the UK was realizing that if I am not buying generic brands, I am probably wasting money. I soon realized that the difference between brands here isn't that wide, especially not wide enough to justify the price gap. To be honest with you, when I first moved here, it was all about survival, especially as we were funding our humble lifestyle with Naira at that time. So I would walk into Tesco and I would see Kellogg's fruit and fiber, for example, £2.9. And I would say Tesco fruit and fiber, 1.45. Without thinking twice, I would go for Tesco. And it wasn't just for cereal, it was for most products: pasta, milk, tea bags, even cleaning supplies. I just stuck with Tesco brands or whatever supermarket brand was available. But as I started to settle in and feel more comfortable, I thought, you know what, I can switch back to, the brands I'm familiar with, the Kellogg's and all that, more expensive, but I used to love them. Guess what? In most cases, there was little or no difference. Taste wise, quality wise, not enough to justify the extra pounds. Sometimes I even prefer the store brands. I'm sure some people will listen to me now and think it is a Shakpa mind that is speaking. Okay. You see, I say little or no difference because, let's be real, there are few exceptions. For example, when it comes to mayonnaise, it is Heinz seriously good for me all the way. I have tried others, but the taste just doesn't compare to that one. So it is worth the extra coin. However, for most products, for most things, I stick with my Tesco brand. And I say Tesco because Tesco is closest to my house. It is convenient for me. Aldi is also close to my house. It's even cheaper than Tesco, I learned, but it doesn't carry all the items I need for my groceries. So I would rather just go to Tesco and buy everything, in one place. So my advice for you is, if you don't want to waste money, go for generic brands. You'll be saving yourself a lot of money. And honestly, for some items, your taste bud won't even notice the difference. Another way people waste money is to pay for unnecessary subscriptions. In some homes, they pay for like 5 streaming services: Apple TV, Netflix, Disney, Amazon Prime, Spotify, and all that. You can only watch one streaming service at a time. I remember when I started podcasting, I had about 4 subscriptions: vidIQ, Zencaster, Zoom, Teleprompter, Lipsyn. I started getting rid of them one after the other. I only keep what I use. Then some people have gym subscriptions, Apple Music, and some software subscription. Some of us even subscribe and then we no longer use the service. And of course, because you don't track your expenses, you keep paying for what you're not using. You are wasting money. The third way people waste money is dining out too much. Okay, to be honest, I love eating out. I love trying new recipes and just enjoying the ambience and all that. However, I am very mindful that you can quickly waste my money. If you're not careful, you can be doing too much of it. If you dine out more than a few times each week, it's possible that you're doing it too much. Someone once told me it's cutting costs and that's why he's eating out. It doesn't add up. You see those street food, those burgers, they can be more expensive when you compare the cost to the cost of cooking your meals at home. It can be convenient. It can be delicious, because if it is not, then why are we doing it? But it is more expensive. And if you're not tracking your expenses, you may not even know how bad it is. Another way people waste money, paying full price purchases. Even Warren Buffett looks for good deals. I read an article that Bill Gates mentioned in his 2017 annual letter to Gates Foundation donors a trip to Hong Kong where Warren Buffett chose to eat at McDonald's and used coupons to pay for the meal. That's Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest billionaires. Who am I? Who am I not to look for deals? There is something here called the Tesco Club Card. In 2023, I went in to buy a microwave and I saw that with Club Card it was £12 cheaper. I asked how to get a Club Card and I was told to fill a form online and then download the app. Right there in the store, the attendant helped me and I saved £12 just like that. Since then, I never forget to scan my Club Card. Never. And you see, the best part also is that even when the item doesn't have a special Club Card price, you still accumulate points on your purchases, which you can, of course, convert into vouchers and you can use it to pay for items later. So look for deals, look for discounts. Every little saving, it adds up. The last one is buying on credit when you can pay cash. One of the biggest money traps I see many immigrants fall into is buying things on credit, even when they have the cash to pay for it outright. And this may sound harmless, or even smart to say, you know what, I'm building my credit score and all that. But spreading payments over time, even though it feels easier, it can actually harm your budgets. The truth is, if you can pay in cash, you should just pay in cash. Because every time you choose credit over cash, especially when it's unnecessary, you're paying a premium. Is it that you pay it in terms of, interest fees? And I think for me, it's also that mental cost of debt hanging over my head. So it may be easy to buy on credit, just check that you're not paying so much interest, interest that is not worth it. Some platforms, even like Klarna, let you pay like, I think over 3 months and you don't pay any interest. Okay, that's good. But the moment you're paying interest for something you can actually pay once, then you start asking yourself, is it worth it? Or will this purchase keep me in debt? Can it spiral out of control? Am I buying because I need it or because it's convenient for me to just swipe my card? Because indeed, there are things that we buy sometimes, not out of need, but out of convenience. And they end up being a complete waste of money. If you want to know 9 things that I stopped buying, you should see this next video. And I'll see you there.